We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Good morning, friends. Myself, Dr. Hitesh R. Ashani, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, VBP Engineering College, Rajkot, welcome you all in this lecture of Theory of Error. Today we are going to discuss 2 points, laws of weight and distribution of error to field observation. Let us start with the first point, laws of weight. First, it is very important to understand what is weight. So weight of an observed quantity is the measurement of the accuracy of your observation. So how accurately you are measuring your observations in the field, that is indicated by the weight. It also indicates the relative accuracy of your observation as compared to the accuracy of other observations also. Weight is expressed in number. Higher value of the weight of your observation indicates more accuracy of your observation, and the lower value of the weight of your observation indicates less accuracy of your observation. Now let us start with the laws of weight. There are 7 laws of weight, important topic from the exam point of view. So let us start with first law of weight. It states that the weight of the arithmetical mean of a number of observations of unit weight is equal to the number of observations. One example is given. Angle A is measured 3 times. Suppose, for example, we are measuring the angle A 3 times in the field, having the unit weight or equal weight 1, 1 and 1. All the observations of angle A are having the equal weight, same weight, unit weight, weight 1. So what is the weight of the arithmetical mean? Arithmetical mean means summation of all the angles. As you can see here, summation of all the angles divided by the number of angles. So we are getting this value as a summation of all the angles, 30 degree, 20 minutes and 9 seconds. So what is the weight of this arithmetical mean? So that is equal to number of observation, means there are 3 number of observations. So weight of the arithmetical mean is equal to number of observations, that is equal to 3. That is the law number 1. Law number 2, the weight of the weighted arithmetical mean is equal to the sum of individual weight. Here angle A is given and weights are given. Here we have, for example, suppose angle A is measured 3 times in the field and the weight of the observations 1, 2 and 3 are different. So first we have to find the weighted arithmetical mean. So equation is given, weighted arithmetical mean is equal to sum of all the angles divided by sum of the weight of single observations. So weighted arithmetical mean comes to 30 degree, 20 minute, 9.14 second. So what is the weight of this weighted arithmetical mean? So that is equal to sum of the individual weight of the observations. That means observation 1 is having the weight 2, observation 2 is having the weight 3, and observation 3 is having the weight 2. So 2 plus 3 plus 2, that is equal to 7. So 7 is the weight of this weighted arithmetical mean of your observations. Law of weight 3. The weight of the algebraic sum of two or more quantity is equal to reciprocal of the sum of reciprocal of the individual weight. So here we are having angle A, weight 4, angle B, weight 2. Now let us make the algebraic sum. A plus B comes to 72 degree, 50 minute, 30 second. So what is the weight of this quantity? It is a reciprocal of the sum of reciprocal of individual weight. So first we have to make the reciprocal of the individual weight. So for angle A, weight is 4, so 1 by 4 as shown here, plus angle B, weight is 2, so reciprocal of individual weight B is 1 by 2, so that comes to 3 by 4. Now again we have to take the reciprocal of this, reciprocal of the individual weight, that means 1 upon 3 by 4, that is equal to 4 by 3 is the weight of this arithmetical sum of the two quantities. Law number 4. If a quantity of given weight is multiplied by a constant factor, the weight of the resultant is obtained by dividing weight by the square of the factor. Let us see the example. Angle A is given having the weight 6. Suppose we are multiplying this quantity by the factor 3. So 3A comes to 126 degree 30 minute. So what is the weight of this quantity for this observation which is multiplied by the factor 3? So the weight of the resultant 3A is equal to 126 degree 30 minute is given by the weight of the resultant is obtained by dividing the weight. So weight of the given observation is 6. So 6 divided by the square of the factor. So 6 divided by our factor is 3. The 3 square, that is equal to 9. So 6 upon 9, that is equal to 2 by 3 is the weight of the resultant. 3A is equal to 126 degree 30 minute. Law of weight 5. If a given quantity is divided by a factor, the weight of the resultant is obtained by multiplying weight by the square of the factor. Again, angle A is given, one observation, one quantity is given. It is having the weight 3. Suppose we are multiplying this observation by factor 3. Sorry, dividing by the factor 3 here. So A by 3 comes to 14 degree, 3 minute 30 seconds. So what is the weight of this resultant? So resultant weight is given by, we have to multiply the weight of the given observation. So weight of the given observation is 3. So 3 multiplied by square of the factor, our factor is also 3 here. So 3 square, that is equal to 9. 9 multiplied by 3, that is equal to 27. So 27 is the weight of this resultant. A by 3 is equal to 14 degree, 3 minute, 30 second. Law of weight 6. If an equation is multiplied by its own weight, the weight of the resulting equation is equal to the reciprocal of the weight of the equation. Let us have the equation A plus B is equal to 98 degree, 20 minute, 30 second, having the weight 3 by 5. Suppose when you are multiplying the equation by its own weight, so weight is 3 by 5, so multiply this equation, given equation 3 by 5 into A plus B, that comes equal to 59 degrees, 0 minute, 18 seconds. So what is the weight of this resultant is equal to reciprocal of the individual weight. So reciprocal of the individual weight means 1 upon 3 by 5, that is equal to 5 by 3. That is the weight of this resultant equation. Now law number 7, the weight of an equation remains unchanged if all the signs of the equations are changed or if the equation is added or subtracted from a constant. For example, a plus b is equal to 80 degree 20 minute having the weight 3. If you change the sign of this equation, minus a minus b is equal to minus 80 degree 20 minute, weight will not change, it will remain same. Or suppose you are subtracting the quantity from constant value 180 degree minus a minus b, that is coming to 99 degree 40 minute. So weight of this resultant quantity remains unchanged, that is equal to 3 only. So these are the 7 laws of the weight. Now we will see rules for giving the weights. So it is very important topic but very easy understanding we have to apply here. The weight of an angle inversely varies directly to the number of observations made on the angle. So suppose weight of any angle is directly proportional, varies directly to the number of observations. So if you are having the more number of observations in case of the angle, so weight of that angle means we can say that weight of that angle will increase, and if the number of observations are less for that angle, weight will decrease. Weight of level line varies inversely as the length of their root. So in case of the length, weight of the measurement is inversely proportional, means if the length of the line increases, weight of that observation reduces, and if the length of the line is reducing or decreasing or small, that means weight of that observations will increase. Weight of any angle measured a large number of times is inversely proportional to the square of the probable error. The correction to be applied to the various observed quantities are inversely proportional to their weight. Now let us see rules to be followed to distribute the error in the field observations. Number 1, correction to be applied to an observation is inversely proportional to the weight of the observations. So what is the amount of correction to be applied? That depends upon the weight of the quantity. If the weight of the quantity is high, then amount of correction will be less. If the weight of the quantity of given quantity is less, that means we have to apply more correction, or the value of correction for that particular observations will more. Second, the correction to be applied to an observation is directly proportional to the square of the probable error. For that you have to understand the theory of the least square, so you can get better idea in this second point. Number 3, for line and levels, correction to be applied is proportional to the length of the root. Means if the length of the root, if the length of the line is more, then value of correction will be more, and if the length of the line is less, value of correction will be also less, and same for the level. And fourth one, if all the observations are of same weight, error is distributed to observed quantity equally. So if weight of the if all the observations are taken with equal weight, so whatever the error we are getting or generated in the observations are distributed equally in all the observations, and to get the most probable value of our quantity. So thank you very much, okay friends, for this lecture.